Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. So what's going to happen? That's not the question that everybody has. And what I've found in the markets is that if everybody expects one thing to happen, then typically the opposite happens. Now that doesn't mean, I'm right. I'm just saying that's what I've noticed over and over and over again. So here we are at intermediate term support. Okay. Bulls hung on by a thread today. It was by no means an impressive performance. However, that being said, everybody and their mother, I think even my mom texted me today going like, oh, with what's going on in Greece, are the markets done? And typically when something like that happens, it's just pretty much the opposite. And everybody at this point expects the market to fall. What would make sense to me is that within the context of this channel, that we actually rally, rip shorts heads off, and then we actually stay in this channel, okay? Now, the question then is, well, are we setting up for some kind of a flash crash, like where we just, we're down 200 or 300 S&P points in one day? Look, I've seen that happen, okay? We all know that it could happen, but that's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing more of a, the markets are an equal opportunity dream killer. Here, the bulls got long and got killed, and here the shorts got short and can get killed. So that's the way I would look at this, and I will go through this in a lot more detail in the premium video. So one of the things I want to show you guys, and I think I've talked about this before as well, is that these monthly charts in terms of correlations can help us traverse this. And what I'm watching here is that we have, first of all, the S&P monthlies. They've been in this insane uptrend, and we're right here, kind of at support. Transports are rolling over. There's no question about that, and the dollar's rallying. The last time this happened, there was a pretty nasty crash in 08 and another one in 2001. And you can see here, it's like, wow, dollars rallying, transports are, trading sideways while the stock market's rallying, sets us up for a potential crash. So I do think that in Q3, we are setting up for a 10% to 20% correction in the markets. And I mean, besides the fact that it's overdue, which obviously is actually an irrelevant point, it's just overdue based on his historical precedent. It's really just based on the transportation index telling us that not all is right. So in the short term, I think we're a little overdone on the downside. If we look at the skew, if you guys are familiar with the skew, typically a danger reading is 135, and we're not there. So at this point, it even came down today, meaning that large funds are not really nervous about a big decline here. Okay, so Wednesday, of course, is going to be kind of a hurry up and wait day for Thursday. Thursday, the employment numbers, which normally come out on Friday, first Friday of the month, they're going to come out Thursday because the market's going to be closed on Friday for the long July 4th weekend. So we are getting into what I would call a thin and wild market. If you're nimble, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. But remember, at this point, for people who loaded up short at the lows, I think they're in the biggest danger in the short term. Longer term, this topping process, I'm looking for it to continue to unfold. Okay? All right, so for those of you that are newer to our list, to our site, to our if you're getting this email, we have found that we're starting to get a lot of more newbies. Just, hey, I don't have that much experience with options, and we're going to do a back to basics class series. This is going to be on July 9th, July 16th, 23rd, and 30th, and it's just going to be an hour-long class, and it's going to be a focus with Henry and Bruce. Okay, and we're going to talk about the basics of buying and selling stocks, the basics of volatility, the basics of charting, what an option is, how options work, what a call is, what a put is, okay? And also, selling covered calls, selling cash covered puts, the basics of the Greeks, what an option is, buying calls or puts, buying debit spreads, or selling credit spreads, okay? Now, this is going to be free for members. On our site, we've got membership options. There's a silver membership. There's a gold membership. They're all super reasonably priced. There's one called Bias, which is Bruce's income advisory service. If you're a member of any of those three, okay, and I'll put them out here. If it's silver, gold, or Bias, then this is free. Okay, we just want to make sure that you're up to speed and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. If you're not a member, then it's just $347. If you would like to become a member, we will be sending you guys information on how to do that. But this is, just want to let you guys know, as a member, this is free, and just kind of want to give you a heads up, okay? And this doesn't start till July 9th, so more information will be coming out on this. And last but not least, again, super volatile markets. I think the market volatility is going to continue to expand. We are going to be holding a free webinar. I mean, completely free. This is not like, hey, come to this webinar and then you can do a Saturday class or whatever. It's just to make sure everybody is up to speed on what to do when the volatility increases. So Don Kaufman's going to be doing this. How you can control your exposure to the preceding volatility so you can sleep at night. How to measure your risk in an uncertain market. How to sharpen your risk management skills so you're prepared for what's ahead. How to protect the downsides. You can ride out the storm and position yourself for the next opportunity. And my favorite, portfolio hedging techniques to safeguard your investments, which is critical, okay? So if you've been trading less than 6 years, you actually have not really seen a volatile environment. I highly recommend this 4 to 5:30 East Coast time, i.e. after the market closes on Wednesday. First name, last name, register now, and you'll be good to go. And that's the link up there. You guys have an awesome rest of the day, and we'll see you at the next update.